AI Business Brief for March 26, 2026. Zapier MCP gives ChatGPT access to 8,000 plus apps for one-tap automation. Harvey hit $11 B valuation with $190 M ARR. Meta launched small business initiative to drive AI adoption across social platforms. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. AI Business Brief. March 26, 2026. Next section, lead story. ChatGPT can now push work directly into your business apps without copy-paste. Zapier's MCP, Model Context Protocol, server just solved the biggest friction point in using ChatGPT for actual work. The gap between generating useful output and getting it into the apps you use. You can now connect ChatGPT to 8,000 plus apps in Zapier's directory. No technical skills required. ChatGPT can create Google Docs, update HubSpot records, add tasks to Asana, all without leaving the chat window. The entire last mile of now I need to copy this into just disappeared. Read the full workflow guide at Zapier. This matters because every minute you spend reformatting and moving AI-generated work into your actual systems is a minute you're not using AI to its full potential. Zapier MCP removes that friction entirely. If you run a service business and you're already using ChatGPT for content drafts, research, or customer follow-ups, this integration is worth setting up today. The setup takes minutes. Connect your Zapier account, choose which apps to authorize, and ChatGPT handles the rest. The business impact is simple. AI outputs that actually land where they need to be, in the format your team needs, without manual intervention. That's the difference between AI as a helpful assistant and AI as a genuine productivity multiplier. Next section, tools and launches. Google releases Lyria 3 Pro. For full-length AI music generation, Google's new Lyria 3 Pro model generates tracks up to 3 minutes long with professional-grade structure. Intros, verses, choruses, bridges. The model understands musical composition well enough that you can specify tempo, key, and even use images to influence mood and style. Details on the Google AI blog pricing. Available now in public preview on Vertex AI for enterprises, Gemini API for developers, and the Gemini app for paid subscribers. The 30-second Lyria 3 clip model is optimized for speed and high-volume requests. If you create marketing videos, podcasts, or social content, this is worth testing. Custom background music without licensing fees or stock music libraries. The Synth ID watermarking means all generated tracks are identifiable as AI created, which helps with transparency and attribution. Granola raises $125 M at $1.5 B valuation. Expands beyond meeting notes. Granola, the meeting transcription app that runs quietly on your computer, no visible bots, just became a $1.5 B company. The new funding comes as they launch Spaces, team workspaces, personal and enterprise APIs, and deeper integrations with AI workflows. Full story on TechCrunch why it matters. Meeting notes are becoming a commodity. The value now is in what you do with those notes. Granola's new APIs let you pipe meeting context into AI agents, CRM, and project management tools. If your team already uses Granola, check out the Personal API, available on business and enterprise plans to automate follow-ups, task creation, and context-aware workflows. Perplexity vs. ChatGPT. Which one should you actually use? Zapier published a detailed comparison of Perplexity and ChatGPT for business use. The short version, ChatGPT is the better all-purpose AI assistant, coding, canvas for iteration, custom GPTs. Perplexity is the better research tool with superior real-time search and more reliable citations. Read the full comparison practical takeaway. Use ChatGPT for drafting, analysis, and coding. Use Perplexity for fact-checking, market research, and competitive intelligence. If your work involves heavy research or requires up-to-date information with verifiable sources, Perplexity is worth the subscription. If you need a flexible productivity tool that integrates with your tech stack, especially after Zapier MCP, ChatGPT is the better bet. Next section, Business Playbook. Meta is betting big on small business AI tools. Mark Zuckerberg launched Meta Small Business, a company-wide initiative to support entrepreneurship and drive AI adoption across Facebook and Instagram. The program will be led by Meta President Dina Powell McCormick and Head of Product Naomi Glate. Coverage on Inc.com and TechCrunch. Meta is also testing AI-powered shopping features, AI-summarized product reviews, similar to Amazon's approach, one-tap checkout via Stripe and PayPal, and expanded creator affiliate programs with Amazon, eBay, and Temu. Instagram Reels creators will get access to product catalogs from businesses in 22 countries. If you sell products on Instagram or Facebook, watch for these features to roll out. AI-generated review summaries and streamlined checkout could lower friction and increase conversion rates. The creator affiliate expansion means more opportunities to get your products in front of audiences through influencer partnerships. Legal AI startup Harvey hits $11 B valuation with $190 M ARR. Harvey, the AI legal assistant used by 100,000 plus lawyers across 1,300 organizations, raised $200 M at an $11 B valuation. The company is growing fast, $190 M in annual recurring revenue as of January, up from $100 M in August. Full story on CNBC clients include NBC Universal and HSBC. Fresh Capital will fund expansion into AI agents, tools that complete tasks autonomously, and embedded legal engineering teams. For small businesses, if you work with legal documents, contracts, compliance, due diligence, this signals that AI-powered legal tools are becoming enterprise-grade and reliable. While Harvey targets large firms, the technology they're validating will trickle down to SMB, small and medium business-focused tools. Keep an eye on contract review and compliance automation tools that leverage similar capabilities. Next section, Pricing and Access Watch. Zapier MCP for ChatGPT is free to set up, no additional cost beyond your existing ChatGPT and Zapier subscriptions. If you're already paying for both, the integration is included. Just need to authorize the apps you want to connect. Lyria 3 Pro pricing structure, free access through Google Vids for Google Workspace customers and Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers. Paid API keys required for developers using AI Studio or the Gemini API. Vertex AI access for enterprises in public preview. Granola APIs now available. Personal API, available to users on business and enterprise plans. Enterprise API, available only to enterprise users. No separate per API pricing announced yet. Next section, Industry Moves. Meta acquires Dreamer. Bringing Hugo Berra back after 5 years, Meta brought back former VR exec Hugo Berra along with his AI agent startup Dreamer. Not an outright acquisition, but a licensing deal and talent hire. Berra will work in Meta's superintelligence labs, led by former Scale AI chief Alexander Wang. CNBC coverage Dreamer built an operating system for AI agents and agentic apps. Meta is clearly doubling down on AI agents after spending $2 B on Manus in December and acquiring Moltbook in March. The shift away from VR, 10% layoffs in Reality Labs in January, toward AI agents and wearables is complete. For SMB, the consolidation around AI agent technology signals that these tools will become mainstream faster than expected. If you're not already experimenting with AI agents for customer support, lead qualification, or internal workflows, start testing now. The platforms are maturing quickly. China halts Manus founders from leaving the country after Meta deal. Manus co-founders, Zhao Hong and Jai Yichao, were summoned by China's National Development and Reform Commission and told they can't leave the country while officials review whether the $2 B Meta acquisition violated foreign investment rules. TechCrunch analysis, the geopolitical implications are clear. AI talent and intellectual property are now subject to export controls and regulatory scrutiny. For businesses building on AI platforms, this underscores the importance of diversifying across US-based and non-Chinese providers to avoid supply chain disruption. Social media companies face $6 M in damages over addiction, claims a Los Angeles jury found Meta and YouTube negligent for failing to warn users about addiction risks. Meta owes $2.1 M in punitive damages, YouTube $900,000. This follows a separate New Mexico case where Meta was ordered to pay $375 M for failing to protect children from online predators. CNBC story, both companies plan to appeal, but this signals a regulatory shift toward holding platforms accountable for design features, recommendation algorithms, autoplay, notifications that drive compulsive use. For businesses that rely on social media advertising, watch for potential platform changes around engagement mechanics and content delivery. Bernie Sanders and AOC propose data center construction ban. Senator Bernie Sanders and Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez introduced legislation to ban new data centers with peak power loads exceeding 20 megawatts until Congress enacts comprehensive AI regulation. Details on TechCrunch, the bill also calls for government review and certification of AI models before release, protections against AI-driven job displacement, environmental limits, and union labor requirements for data center construction. While passage is unlikely given political spending by AI companies, this represents an opening bid for AI regulation. For businesses, this won't impact your ability to use AI tools in the near term. but it signals growing political pressure around AI's energy consumption, job displacement, and environmental impact. Expect more scrutiny on AI providers' sustainability practices. Next section, quick wins. Copy-paste ChatGPT prompts for Zapier MCP workflows. 1. Content brief to blog post. Find the content brief in my Google Doc titled Brief Name, read its full contents, then write a 1,000-word blog post draft following the structure and tone guidelines. When ready, create a new Google Doc in my Drafts folder titled Post Title Draft and save the full post there. 2. Research, prospect, and update CRM, Customer Relationship Management. Search the web for recent news about company name from the last 30 days, focusing on funding announcements, leadership changes, and product launches. Then find the corresponding contact in HubSpot and add a note to their record summarizing what you found in 3-5 bullet points. 3. Meeting notes to tasks. Read the meeting notes from my Google Doc titled Meeting Notes Doc Name. Identify all action items, who they're assigned to, and any due dates mentioned. Write a short meeting summary, 3-5 sentences, and then create tasks in Asana for each action item. Full prompts and setup instructions. Next section, Outlook. The automation gap is closing. ChatGPT with Zapier MCP, Granola's APIs, and Meta's push to embed AI into business workflows all point to the same shift. AI is moving from helpful for drafting to actively managing tasks across your tech stack. The tools are ready. The question is whether your processes are. Watch for consolidation in the AI agent space as Meta, OpenAI, and Anthropic compete for platform dominance. And expect regulatory pressure to increase as courts hold social platforms accountable for algorithmic design and politicians propose infrastructure bans tied to AI regulation. If you're still treating AI as a side experiment, it's time to formalize your adoption strategy. The businesses pulling ahead are the ones integrating AI into daily workflows, not just using it occasionally for one-off tasks. That concludes today's AI Business Brief. From Carolina, Clear Tech. Stay smart, stay ahead.